Morning, all. Morning. Another day, another stream. How are we, my peoples? I am absolutely exhausted, but it's worth coming back on and doing some streams for you guys, some content creating. Okay, we're going to do the preview for the Crystal Palace game. You know what I mean? Get the starting lineup and all that stuff going. What do we have to do, to get back get back on form and see what we're gonna do in the next few games? Because it's gonna be tough, isn't it? It's gonna be Crystal Palace tonight, sorry, and it's gonna be um, Aston Villa over the weekend, Real Madrid, then Man City. We've got a lot of fixtures, so let me just share that with you to show you what we're facing. I've been going on other people's streams at the moment, and me sitting there and listening to people is with the opinion that I have. I'm not an honest slot out. It's tough, to translate things because I can't really defend what is going on. If you know what I mean, I'm only looking for hope that we can change during the season. If you know what I mean. uh it's tough, guys, honestly. Like me sitting there in the streams and people talking about the tactical side as I was doing in the beginning of the season. Really, they're only saying what I've been saying from the start of the season, when I said, where do we go from here? Because we're winning games, but we're winning by the odd goal, last minute goal, but we're conceding too many. How long is it going to be until we solve that issue? And we still haven't at the moment, guys. So it's tough. It's really, really tough. So let's look at the fixtures. Please get in the comments and like, share, and subscribe. A bit of housekeeping over here. And have your say, man. Have your say. That's why I have this channel, to listen to you guys. Give me some advice, what we could do next and all that stuff. Because I'm even confused. For once in my life, I'm lost for words in regards to what's happening to our football club. Lost for words, man. And that's unlike me. Very much unlike me, man. I always have a solution into problems, but honestly, it's not letting me do that. So as you can see, this is our next fixture, which is the Carabao Cup. I don't know where it's gone. There you go. I don't know why it's not letting me do the other ones. Strange. Very strange. Okay, you got that. Hang on. Let me sort this out. Let me see who's in the chat first of all. Big up, Fake Pundit, man. Big up, my brother. I hope you're okay. Big up, Mr. Abdul. Thundercats. That's my favorite cartoon back in the day. Thundercats. Yeah, I'm just looking for the fixtures, but that's 1 second. It's got to be a place they showed the whole thing, in it. Fixtures for Liverpool. This is just in October. So in October, we have these. Yeah, we had obviously the Chelsea one, which was a travesty. Let me just put it that way. That wasn't. That wasn't something good we looked at. You know what I mean? It was one of those games that we should have won. You know what I mean? We should have beat Chelsea. We should have got the 3 points. But no. Another game that passed us by. They played with an understrength team, understrength defense, understrength strike force, understrength midfield, and they still got the result in the last minute of the game. It's just one problem. It's one problem after another. That's the issue that I have with this, guys. Like, so this is even Man United game. Look how bad that was. Another one for the last minute. You know what I mean? Last few minutes of the game. Maguire scores in the 84th minute of the game, and we had no response because we wasn't even troubling the goalkeeper. And the Eintracht, different team, different lineup. More possession, more work rate. We was different in this game. 4-4-2, it looked like as well. And then we come back and playing against Brentford, and then this happens. Different team again. We're going back to the team that was losing and expect it's like he's got a team for the Champions League and he's got another team for the Premier League, but it's not matching up. It's very, very difficult, if you know what I mean. So yeah, all good, bro. Yeah, man, all good, my guy. Hope you're well. Yes, yes, bro. I'm doing stream after stream. I'm making up for lost time, as they say, bro. So yeah, this game I think opened a lot of eyes. I think there was still people who were slotting. They didn't really want slot out. They still wanted him to figure out, the solutions for the problems that we're having. And after the Brentford game, a lot of people just turned. Like I was on Don Husam's channel yesterday. There was Jerry and JJ and Mike. I think Mike wasn't slot out until this game. He analyzed the game. He saw a lot of open gaps as the diagram showed on graphics. Sorry, some sort of graphics they used. They showed on Don Husam's channel, and it wasn't something nice to see because we just had gaps everywhere in that midfield. The midfield was wide apart. There was no, players making movements for us to give them the ball when they're running. It was awful, to be fair. I think Arne Slot is struggling really, and when he comes out after the game and says, "I have no solutions to the problems that we have." It's a scary times ahead. You know what I mean? He's struggling against teams that's doing long balls. Why that's something you work on the training ground. Change up the style of play. Maybe bring back, Gomez as a right back and Robertson as a left back. Then it will stop those long balls that every team is doing to beat you, which they are beating you, by the way. So yeah, man, it's hard to watch. Let me show you actually what he said. Press conference after the game. No, it's not the Frankfurt one. Sorry about that, guys. It was Brentford one. Post-match reaction. Yeah, there it is. Let me just share it with you. This is Anfield. It's from. Yeah, it wasn't nice to hear what he was saying. If a head coach has got no solutions into the problems that he caused, you know what I mean? Because he went into the season thinking like we could solve problems with scoring teams, and it's not working, bro. It's not working. You can't beat every team, thinking you're gonna outscore them, and it's not happening. He went into the season thinking like we will transition as we go along. We'll find our way. The players will eventually play better as the season goes along. But for the meantime, we've got to outscore teams. That's the attitude he's going with. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. And this press conference really hurt me because I'm supporting him. I've been supporting him. Sorry, I've been there for him. I'm still there for him because of what he done last season. Last season, the people were saying he was a genius because of tactical changes when we was losing games. Before half time. Second half, he came out and we started beating teams. Everybody said he learned from the Nottingham Forest game, that loss against Nottingham Forest. It was a lesson for him, and it was because after that we started winning games. And the only time we lost again was when we won the Premier League. Yeah, but listen to this, guys. Like it's hard to hear him talk because he looks like a lost head coach. Just doesn't know what he's doing. Slot needs to get back to basics. Yeah, bro, it's the truth. It's the truth, fake pundit. Just go back to basics, man. That's what you need to do. Sometimes, going back and, being more solid and then working your way up is beneficial for your team because that winning mentality will come back into your team. But he doesn't want to do that.
Another disappointing night. How do you sum your emotions
Like you said, disappointing again. You're always hoping if you win a game of football during the week, although it's only 2 days rest when you come over here,
look at what he's saying. 2 days rest. Everybody's going through this on this lot. It's not just your team that's going through this. There's a lot of teams in the Premier League that's trying to balance out the Champions League and the Premier League. You know, what I mean, it's tough for everybody. You can't be a victim of your own success. You chose to get into the Champions League. You've won the Premier League to get into the Champions League. So you, this is the competition you want to play in, and you know the format of it. You know what they do. It's not a new thing. You know what I mean? Every few days you're going to be playing. That's how it is. Stop making excuses. Stop making um, things up just to make people feel sorry for you, because it's not making it easy for us to defend you either. The more excuses you make, the more people laugh at you, and the more the rivals will use that against your own fan base. And then when they use it against your own fan base are gonna turn on you. As I said, get rid of the stubbornness. Start playing players that want to do more on the pitch. I honestly think if you take out the big heads, and then you give a chance to the players who are in the fringes in the squad, fringes of the squad, things might change, because it's a World Cup year. Players don't want to be on the bench. Players want to perform in a high level consistently after that. So start using that kind of punishment for the players, and then if the fringe players start performing and start winning, the main players will have to fight their way back into the team. That's how it is. It's a World Cup year. Nobody wants to be a substitute, because they will lose their international position. But yeah, it's just too many excuses. I'm listening to him every single time he speaks. It's excuse after excuse after excuse. I'm sick to death. 2 games left for me. Performances been shocking too. Now we're losing. It's not acceptable. Big up Fake Ponder for that, bro. I'm giving him, to the next international break. See what happens.
That of course you are hoping for a better result, but I was also hoping and expecting a better performance, because the performance was far from what we are used to. Even if we're losing, our performances have been better than tonight.
What would you identify?
That's a cap that, I mean, like, he's talking about performances and all that stuff. Okay, you perform in the Champions League. That was a completely different team to the team that actually played against Brentford. So why did you change up? That's the question you got to ask yourself. You're upset, but it's your fault. You went back to that losing team, that team that was losing before the Champions League football. So you can't really blame the players. You're the one who's consistently picking them. If you know what I mean. So you can't. Yeah, you shouldn't be shocked. They've been doing that before the Champions League. The same players that you pick again: Kirkes, Salah, Gakpo. You know what I mean? These players have been doing this all season. They haven't kicked the ball yet in the Premier League, but you're still playing them. Even Bradley and Konate. Look what he did. Konate only shows up for the big games. He will never show for the smaller teams. That's how he's always been. That's why people are, not happy with the wages he's asking for, over 200,000 a week, because he hasn't performed. Okay, he's won the Premier League, but how are you consistently performing in a high level as a defender? No. Look at Saliba and Gabriel at Arsenal. Always hungry to defend, always making sure they don't lose the battles. Konate's not like that. Konate, if the lights are on, I'm coming back home. If the lights are off, I'm leaving the house. That's how it is with Konate. This is why people are saying he's not an elite defender, because he only picks and chooses one to perform. It's crazy. We will. When will Chiesa get a chance? I've made a mistake, Fake Pundit, about Chiesa. I thought he played. He hasn't played in the Premier League at all. Then obviously Nalantis told me about the Brighton game last season, but it's not really. That's when we won the Premier League. It's not really an important game, is it? So I'm talking about, like, in regards to games that can lead up to the championship winning things. Championship winning. Sorry. So he hasn't really played in important games. He only played when we won the league. Yeah, it's crazy. But listen to the excuses Arne Slot is making, guys. It's undefendable. I can't defend this.
most in that performance that you were disappointed with?
Doing the basics right. Although if you're 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 3-1 down with the energy in the stadium, that's definitely helpful for them. And they are a very good team in winning duels and winning second balls. So you have to give.
You see, he already knows that. He's already talking about winning duels and second balls. So where is your counter attack to that? If you already know things like that, where is your counter attack? Where is the players that can cope with that in your team? You've already had a core winning Premier League team there, and if you bought, and not only that, you bought quality on top of that. So shouldn't you have the fluidity in your team that can cope with things like this? Shouldn't you analyze teams before you start the season to cope with things like this? That's what I've been telling people all along. I honestly don't think he analyzed what's to come in the new season. And he's got this mentality of go out there, you're better than them, and beat them. And then we could transition during the season. I know I keep repeating that, but this is what he's going with. That's not a very good coach. That's a coach that does not know what he's doing. Because if you're trying to, make your team better, you don't perform like that as a head coach. You prepare yourself better. You've got a whole preseason with your football team. This time he had a preseason with this team. Last season he didn't. They only played one game, and that was it. But this season he's had a whole preseason with the team. He could have analyzed, what's the strength and weaknesses of the rest of the Premier League teams, but he hasn't. He's going at this, telling the players we'll outscore them, and then we're gonna improve as the season goes along. It doesn't work like that in the Premier League. Maybe in the Aero Division, whatever they call it, that can work. But in the Premier League, it's different. Premier League is hard, man. You have to be ready for things like this. That's why the likes of Man United, Chelsea and teams like that haven't come back, because it's a tough league. You could spend over $1 billion. It doesn't guarantee you a championship. In the old days, it could have, because the lack of organizations and all that stuff from other clubs, they just wanted to survive in the Premier League. But now, teams, they study the top teams, especially when you're the standards. We are the standards. We are the champions. We are the ones everybody is looking at. They're preparing for us. But he hasn't even looked into that. He just goes out there, tells the players to go and beat them. You're better than them. There's no formation in the pitch, on the pitch. Sorry, it's just players all over the place, players out of position, gaps appearing. As soon as we lose the ball, it leads to a goal. It's scary, guys. Honest to God, it is scary. And after match press conference, like match reactions like this, it's weird. It's very strange hearing what he's saying. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Big up, Fabian. What are you saying? Do you think he's starting to lose the dressing room? Because he looks like he's losing the fans with his press conference. I don't know about the dressing room, bro, because he's won the Premier League last season. We've been through a lot in the summer as well, if you know what I mean. But that should not be an excuse, to be fair. It's the lack of preparation, my guy, Fabian. I don't think they're prepared for the season. I don't think he's ever seen a league like this. Last season, we was lucky because it's new. Players were already basically ready to win the league. If you look at that previous season, if it wasn't for that Diaz incident at Tottenham, if it wasn't for, McAllister getting kicked in the chest, maybe those 3 points of, both games could have, led to us winning the Premier League. But it didn't happen. So next season, it was different. We wasn't getting a lot of 12:30 kickoffs. We wasn't getting a lot of bad decisions from the referees due to David Cook, saying what he did. So they had to give us, a fair, a season instead of like always punishing Liverpool like they always do. If you look at last season, our last 12:30 kickoff was Crystal Palace. Diogo Jota scored, the rest in peace. That was in October. I mean, nothing after that. And, the games were fair for us. When Liverpool have a fair season, it looks like Liverpool win the league title. when they have bad decisions like the Tottenham one and of course the Man City one, we don't win league titles. That's how it is, guys. That's what I looked at last season. Less of 12:30 kickoffs, less of bad decisions. Only Marco Oliver didn't read the memo. That was it. Yeah, man. But I don't think he's lost the dressing room. It's just lack of ideas, my guy. He's gone into the season without, analyzing how it, when things go bad, how it could turn out. Because, with us, even the fans make mistakes. We always talk about players we're going to sign, but we don't look at, what could potentially go wrong as well. If you know what I mean. If we don't sign a defender, if we don't sign a DM, because we was all like drawn into the attacking players we signed and the fullbacks. We needed DM. We needed a centre back. I mean, we're always looking at the good things, but we never look at the bad things. That's what I mean. And this is how he's gone into the season. And it's a big lesson for him. A big punishment as well. Big punishment. Yeah, big up, guys, man. Big up, Gary. Big up, Buddy Lad as well. Big up, Clive, my guy. Do the basics. Stop inverting players that can't invert. Play players in their natural position. I think Slot is overthinking. 100%, bro. 100%, Buddy Lad. I agree with you. What I don't understand is how can you overperform Robbie, the opposite to underperforming now with players added to the squad. Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's weird. Like, you added quality into the into the team, and you can't even get a game out of them. Like, it's weird to win. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. We sold Diaz, so surely he would let Chiesa and Rio play more games or even starts. But nothing always. Gakpo and Salah keep getting chances. Yeah. We lose games. They don't score goals. They don't create goals. They don't really contribute much in defending, but they still play. Kind of strange, isn't it, that? Big up, Gary, man. What are you saying, Clive? Big up, everybody. Slot has to go now. Wow, Gary, it's too early, bro. It's too early, in my opinion, bro. Let's give it a little bit more time. I think people are overreacting at the moment because of the 4 losses, but forget. Things can turn around eventually. I know it doesn't look like it, but have that little bit of hope. It's only 9 games into the season. We're not 20 games into the season. We're only 9 games, 7 points off the top. We've clawed back 14 points before. Imagine that all of a sudden it clicks. Players start performing. We're battering teams. We're at 1 point of Arsenal, and then we overtake Arsenal. With Arne Slot as the head coach. Would we regret all that saying get him out? Yes, because it could have happened. So that's what I'm saying. I understand if we're 15, 20 games into the season and people want him out. But it's early days, guys. We need to be careful here. We're still in the Champions League. We're still in the Premier League. We're still in the Cups as well. So we're already in every competition. We haven't gone out. We haven't gone out to Grimsby Town or anyone like that. We're still in there. So just chill, man. Stop listening to these negative people who are overthinking things, man. Just relax. 9 games to the season. Everybody wants him out. But you're willing to go and celebrate the parade that he won last season. It's crazy, man. He earned the right. He earned the right to turn it around. But he needs to stop speaking like this.
Them credit for that as well. But yeah, of course, it's hard to win a game of football if the other team wins more duels, more second balls than you, especially if that is also something they are playing off. And again, like I've said many times, it's also difficult to win a game of football if the set piece balance is in their favor.
I mean, that first throw, I think it was their second long throw that they scored from. I mean, I presume you've been preparing for that.
Well, yeah. It's the only thing we did yesterday on the training pitch, preparing for that. And the meeting today. So that's not the only thing where we prepared them for, because Brentford is also known for very good set pieces, but they are also, in my opinion, known for a fantastic counter-attack. And that was their second goal, and I think at this moment of time, and that's why it should never be seen as an excuse. But if I say it was a soft penalty, I hope you guys are not going to tell me that that is a soft or bad excuse. But it was a very soft penalty to concede.
You could talk about the penalty all he likes, guys, but were we in a place that we was good enough in the game? No. So at the end of the day, like Brentford were the better team throughout. We was there for the taking, basically, and they did what they had to do to win the game. They prepared better. They battled us. We didn't show anything remotely close to, beating them, if you know what I mean. So if he's talking about penalties and all this stuff, it's our own fault. You know what I mean? It's our own fault. Why can't we keep possession better? Why can't we score from set pieces? Why can't we, have the height at the back to cope with these long balls? Pause. It's his problem. I mean, he's got Gomez who could play right back. He got Robertson that could play right back. They're both aggressive players. They're both good in the air. They're both, hard working players. But he's not giving them that opportunity. So why is he making these excuses now about the long balls and etc.? You chose those players to play in that game who are weak in regards to set pieces. You can't really blame anyone other than yourself. That penalty was a penalty. I don't care about it. I really could. It's been given. You could say it wasn't, but it's been given. It is what it is. You already know the referees are going to be dodgy now. They've been giving dodgy decisions all season. You should prepare for that. You look at the referee. That's the same referee that gave offside to Diaz, as I remember. The first half referee. I think it's Hooper, isn't it? I don't know, someone like that. Anyway, so you already know. You already know that referee is dodgy after that Tottenham game. Always, that's what I'm saying. It's the lack of preparation, man. You knew one game, what's his name? Michael Oliver was the referee. Prepare for that game. Make sure you don't make a lot of mistakes. Make sure you keep possession better. Make sure you win your battles, because he won't give you the free kicks that you deserve. He won't give you the penalty that you deserve. And then you got this guy who refereed the other game, who gave a penalty. I think it was the second half, wasn't it, really? I'm not crying about penalties. I don't really care about what happened. We put ourselves in that situation in the first place with a lack of preparation. So stop making excuses. Solve the issues. Otherwise, everybody's going to turn on you, and that's the scariest part of it for me. Let me see where I was in the comments. Appreciate everybody that's on, man. Sorry I come on late. Normally I come on at 10 o'clock in the morning. I said that the other day. 2 losses, then sack him. I'm worried. We're all worried, I think, about it. We're saying that, Glenn, with that goal Salah scored, I think he's angry. We could well see Mohamed Salah tonight. Maybe. What are you saying, buddy lad? Last season we played it straight into the front line. This season we are all overplaying. Yeah, we are overplaying, bro. Some of the passes I see sometimes is beyond ridiculous, bro. We pass. We're in the wings. Yeah, we're in the wings. All you have to do is cross the ball in so someone can run onto it and score a goal. No, we go back to the Van Dijk. This is what I'm saying. I see Van Dijk always gesturing for the ball instead of like telling them push forward, push forward, push forward. He's always asking for the ball. Why are you asking for the ball when we need to cross the ball into the box? Because anything can happen. An own goal can happen. A deflection can happen. A straight goal can happen. You're not even letting us to have that opportunity. Why does Van Dijk always ask for the ball when we're at the front? And people fear him because he's the leader of the team, so they're gonna pass to him. Leadership always, prevails. It's poor. It's poor from him as well. He's been absolutely diabolical this season, Van Dijk. I swear to you guys. Go and watch all the games. He's part of the problem with his defensive side as well, and his leadership. He needs to improve himself instead of like always asking for the ball. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think you made a couple of tactical adjustments at halftime, changing from back 4-4-2 to 3-1, bringing Wirtz more inside and Salah to the right. What was the idea behind that?
No, I think Florian played in the first half also a lot on the inside, but Mo played a little bit more central as well, like we did this week against Frankfurt. But if you are 2-1 down, I was expecting the second half then maybe in moments to be a bit lower, and then it's always good to have Mo on the side where he can get his crosses in, his 1v1s. But it wasn't as if the second half was completely ours. That was definitely not the situation. They were in the game a lot. And although we scored the 3-2 and we may had a few moments to score the 3-2, they definitely also had their moments to already score the 4-1. Also scored the 4-1.
Yes. In going for the defeats recently and going back to last season, you've been fairly pleased with the performance. But do you think it's fair to say this is the most disappointed you've been with the performance, or certainly up there in your time here?
Yeah, I think it's up there. Yeah, in my time here, in terms of losing a game of football, because normally when we're 2-1 down or 3-1 down or 1-0 down. Oh, by the way, after we went 1-0 down, that was the only 20-25 minutes I really liked from our game today. Unfortunately, we had a great.
But the thing is, what do you expect when you're 1-0 down? You know, your team ain't gonna go back and sit back, are they? That's another issue that I have with Liverpool as well. There's games that we've been 1-0 down and then we equalize 1-1, and then all of a sudden we go back to sitting back. Why are we sitting back? What's the reason for that? Why aren't we pushing forward to get the other goal to be 2-1 up? It's like, for example, the Man United game. We got an equalizer, and Gary Neville did say during the game, I still fancy Man United to score a winner here. Go back and look at that game on Sky Sports. He said that. And then what happened? They scored a goal and won the game. And, you know, when the likes of Harry Maguire is having a good game, not only having a good game, scoring the winning goal, it's criminal, man. Absolutely criminal. The thing for me is we find him 5 games and we lose them. We could be out of the league title race and maybe out today too. I know, like, I know what you're saying, fake pundit, but there's nothing out there to replace him. I'd rather he just solves the issues than trying to replace him. I'm hearing Areola, De Zerbi, and all these coaches. Are they winners? Can they get trophies? Can they compete for like league titles? That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, we got to be careful how we go on over here, because the more we say things like this, the more things can go the other direction. If you know what I mean. The mistake that he did is buying new players and trying to play them from the beginning all together. That's the mistake he did. He should have just slowly integrated them into the team. Then you see the best out of the players, because not only are they watching from the bench, they're watching from the sideline, and they're watching, you know, from the training ground. They're getting used to the environment that they're at. Once they get used to the environment, they'll be fine. What I said yesterday is, well, you got to look at the ages of the players. If you're 25, 26, you're fine. Look at when Salah came to Liverpool. Look at when Mane came to Liverpool. Look when Van Dijk came to Liverpool. Alisson came to Liverpool. They were around that age. McAllister, they were around that age. They performed straight away because they've got the experience of the pressure. But when you're 21, 22, and you're coming to a team that's the best probably in the Premier League last season, obviously, because we won it, and this season when they've arrived, it's tough because number one, Kirk has never experienced a team that's winning titles. So he's only 21, so it's going to take him time to get used to that. He's used to playing for a mid-table team that, you know, that tries to finish as high as possible in the league. And then you got Florian Wirtz. He's 22 years old, coming from Germany. His mom and dad are his agents. He hasn't experienced anything outside Germany in his life. He hasn't experienced the Premier League ever. So it was always going to be tough for him, if you know what I mean. But those kind of players, you got to give them time. It's like when Kevin De Bruyne came to England. Same thing. I think he came from either Germany or Belgium. Came to the Premier League at Chelsea. Didn't produce anything. They didn't give him the time to actually develop as a player either. Then he went. Same as Salah. Came from Basel to Chelsea. Didn't do much in the Premier League. Had to go elsewhere to get some experience. Age of 25. Similar with De Bruyne. They came back, more experience, more know-how, and then they became, some of the greatest players in the Premier League history. So this is what I'm saying. Like, to me, Florian Wirtz is at the right club because the patience from our fan base is, second to none. And we are willing to give him time to develop as a player. I feel sorry for him when I watch him sometimes because, the physicality of the league is too much for him at the moment. And when players are too close to you, when you're trying to think to make the next pass, is something he hasn't experienced. He's struggling with as well. But, with time, he will get used to it. I promise you guys, like you'll be happy with Florian Wirtz. As for Frimpong, hamstring injuries now, something he never had before. The Premier League is not a league like you just stand still. You got to be moving every single time, and that's something he needs to get used to. You could say Hugo Ekitike is the only one that's done something, but you saw him in this Brentford game, didn't do nothing. Isak, we just want him to get fully fit, and then we could judge him. I think like judging him now is not good because he hasn't had a preseason. He hasn't trained, with a team for a while. So it was always going to be like this. You know what I mean? So give him time and patience. He'll be fine. We've got a good team, guys. It's just the head coach needs to understand, starting from, going straight away with the new players is not the way. Just integrate them into the team slowly, then you'll be fine, in my opinion. 100%. Give up a bit, buddy lad. What are you saying? Sit Gravenberch in the DM position. Stay there. We have enough quality up top. Don't need 5 to 6 players going forward. Make no sense. Spot on, bro. Spot on, buddy lad. I agree with you. As the legend, Mr. Trudon, I have no excitement for this game. Oh, Lord of mercy. Already, mate. Already. You've just arrived and you're already negative, bro. Let's get back to the press conference.
Moment with Florian that didn't lead to a goal, because then you need maybe to have a little bit of luck that those moments can bring you back into the game and can give us the energy. But after 30 minutes, I think they took the game again with long throw-ins and set pieces and other moments where they were just really good. So again, please don't focus on what I've just said. So they did many things well. And then I think again it is a crucial moment where just before they scored to 2-0, there was a moment where Cody dribbled inside the box and they didn't play the ball. I think if you would show both situations where the penalty we conceded and that moment, and you show this to every referee in the world, he would tell you maybe both or nothing, but if I have to give one of the two, I definitely would give the one to Cody. But yeah, bad luck for us was that the referee, I don't think he was intended to give a penalty for that, but he thought, let's give them a free kick.
Yeah, guys, Cody's one was a penalty, but what do you expect? You know what I mean? Everything is against us at the moment. When things are against you, it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to, to process that. This is the thing, though, guys. Every game that we play, there might be a penalty or something like that, but if your performances doesn't shine through, I don't really care about it. I really don't care if it was a penalty or not, because we should be beating teams by 3-0 consistently. We don't do that under Slot for some reason. We just don't. What happened to the good old days when we used to just beat teams at Anfield 3-0 and the next game comes along? What's happened to that? We don't even do that. We only beat teams by the odd goal under Arne Slot. And it's becoming too familiar now. And all the excuses about penalties and all that stuff. We didn't even deserve to win the Brentford game. So forget about the penalty. It's the performance everybody wants. We want our performances to be better. I don't mind losing as long as we play good. As long as we try. As long as we battle teams. I don't mind losing. That's life. But just give us something to hold on to. And that's what he's not giving us at the moment. Players need to pick and choose to go up and who sits back. Yeah, 100%, bro. When I'm looking at us at times, players are just all over the place. The midfield is just there's always a big gap in midfield. We need to improve in that, man. Just make it congested. Make it difficult for teams to pass through you. Work hard. What's happened to the working hard? You know what I mean? To win titles. What? Just because we won the Premier League last season, you see, you could just walk into the Premier League and you win it again just that easily? Nah, that's not the way of football.
But yeah, then the VAR said, yeah, it's inside. So then if you think it's a free kick, then it's a penalty. So that bad luck maybe comes if you play a game like football, like we did today.
Honest, so what, in a bigger picture, what do you think is happening to explain the difference from last season? Have teams found you out? Is it trying to adapt to all the new signings you've made? Is there, do you think, any sort of feeling that the team's lost its level of performance after the huge high of winning the title? What's led to the dip?
No, quite a few things what you were just saying could have something to do with that. It's definitely, I've said this many times already, that teams have a certain playing style against us.
Wow.
Which is a very good strategy to play, and we haven't found that answer yet, and that every time going 1-0 down doesn't really help as well after 5 minutes. So it's a bit of that teams know which strategy to play against us. We are still, even today when we don't play well, able to score 2 goals and create more chances than only the 2 goals we've scored from open play. But yeah, you cannot even compete, which we don't do at the moment. We don't compete up there because we simply concede too many goals. And that is not something I only look at our defense, because that's something we do with 11 players together. And yeah, it definitely also has to do with
I'm sorry, that's not good enough. You know what I mean? If you're saying we can't compete in the air, what's the point? We've got over 6-foot players everywhere. Why can't we compete in the air? Why can't we, headbutt a player plus the ball? Why can't we do things like that? What is it? Like, are we too prima donnas to battle? Like, what is going on here, man? Like, we can't compete this, we can't. So I don't want to hear we can't. I want to hear what we can do. If a team has a strategy against you, do something like to counter that. Every team knows how to play against you. He said every team plays a certain way against us because you're the best. You're the standards. You're the champions. Of course, they're going to do something to play against you, bro. You just have to counter that. What are you going to do in return? This is why you get paid. I'm worried now if I'm hearing things like this. I don't know what to do against long balls. What the hell? Play the right players that can cope with that in certain games. Change. Come on, man. That's poor. Yeah, it's a quality shirt, bro. I love it. It's a retro. It's fine. Overhaul, we had taller players in our side to Brentford. So 0 excuses. Yeah, 100%, bro. It's weird, body lad. It's very strange the excuses I'm hearing from this guy, man. It's too much. Big up Callum, by the way. Their chances are coming from us not winning our duels. Yeah, can't win a ball. That's the problem, bro. Why are we here? Like, big up Beans and Toast. Like, if you look at the games, every game that we played and we lost, the 4 games that is, including obviously the Champions League, why did we lose those games? Because the team that we faced wanted it more. Simple as that. We didn't show enough to want it. We didn't fight to want it. What are the fans gonna shout about when there's nothing to show in the game? Like, I don't understand what people are like. I don't know what this guy is talking about, man. Yesterday I was in Don Hussam's channel. I had Jerry and I had obviously Mike, Rax and Hussam. We had that. Rax, me and Hussam were in. Jerry and Mike were out. Everything they said was right. I can't even counter that. They asked me the question, why do you want him to stay in? I just said, I have hope. I'm living on hope that he will change things. I can't make decisions just like that to get a coach out. We're early into the season. We're not late into the season. We're still in 2025. We're not in 2026 yet. So we could still like do something to change things. But when he's speaking like this, it's undefendable, guys. I can't defend this kind of talk. I want to fight for my manager. I want a fight for my captains. You know what I mean? Robertson looks like more of a captain than Van Dijk when he speaks after the match. You know what I mean? Van Dijk, when he talks shit. He talks absolute garbage. This is the guy we love. And we put up there as the greatest defender that ever lived in the Premier League. But when he's like talking about the game afterwards, it's a dead talk. I don't want to hear it. I don't even entertain it anymore. Because I know what's coming. He's going to say the same thing. Oh, we're going to have to, try harder in the next game. And then he does that lip movements. I'm just sick of it, man. I'm sick of the same thing every single time. Where's the fight? The players are not good enough. We need to, start training harder. We need to like battle teams. We need to win our duels. We need to win games. Where is that? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. If your attitude is like that as a captain, I could only imagine what those players are facing when they're playing in the games. Come on, bro. Like, you got to lead by example, my guy. Got to lead by example, man. Poor leadership from the head coach and the freaking captain, man. And I looked at a picture in the Champions League the other day when Van Dijk and Arne Slot were talking on the sideline. I think it was the ball, someone was injured. I think it was Frimpong or something. I saw Arne Slot talking to Van Dijk. Van Dijk wasn't listening. That picture didn't show me someone was interested of listening to the head coach. It looked like, here we go again. He's talking again. I mean, what? That's how it looked to me. There was no interest from Van Dijk to listen to Arne Slot. Go look at that picture. It's on my post, guys. Does that look like a captain that's listening to a head coach? Picture can tell you, a lot of things. It's crazy, man.
If you change quite a lot during the summer, then I think it's not a surprise that it can go a bit like this, but I didn't expect it to go with 4 losses in a row, let that be clear. But that it's always a bit of a bumpy road if you change. That is not so surprising, but 4 losses in a row. And, yeah, I don't know if that has been seen as an excuse, but from the last 6 games we played, it's been 5 away. So sometimes this is also not really helpful if you're in a run of form that we are.
Curtis Jones is interesting.
He's saying like we went like this, when we bought the new players and all that stuff. But if it's 4 losses in a row, what have you actually learned from those games? It doesn't look like you learned anything because it's the same performances in the next game that you play anyway. Nothing's changed, Arnie. Please, bro, like change things in the. Come on, it's so easy to see. Like we could all see it. Change the team properly. Go for a team that can defend, and then just work your way up during the season. Stop giving us the same bullshit every time, and the same excuse after the games. It's getting boring. Nobody likes this shit you're talking, bro. I didn't expect 4 games, but learn from the first loss and the second loss and the third loss. But you haven't. But you keep losing. You're not learning, bro. I didn't expect, I bought these much players and, I thought it was going to be like this, like a wave. No. You should have slowly integrated them into the team. You shouldn't push everybody straight away into the team like that. It's common sense. It's easy. You've got the core players of the Premier League winners there. Play them in the first half and then slowly integrate the likes of Florian Wirtz and, Kirkez. The rest of them will be fine. But you're not even doing that. We played against Chelsea. We started with the 3 midfielders that won the Premier League. As soon as Conor Bradley got the yellow card, you put Szoboszlai as a right back. Szoboszlai is not a right back. He only covered a game because of, the lack of, right backs in the team. But yet you're still playing him as a right back. That poor guy doesn't deserve that. He's a threat from outside the box. He can shoot from long range. He could pass to players who could make a run and score a goal. He's a dynamic player. He's not right back. Stop thinking about Trent, bro. Trent is no longer here. Long balls is not longer here from the right back. We need playmakers now. We need to change our play. Stop playing from a right back position. Play from the midfield to the forward line. That's what we need to do. I don't want to be thinking about that snake. Enough. People telling me we miss him, man. We still were conceding goals with Trent in the team. Nothing's changed. We need to stop the goals going in. That's the first thing. You stop conceding goals, you score goals, you win games. Voila. Simple as that. Wallahi, this is just bad, man. The excuses, the knowledge of people as well sometimes. Like, I'm thinking to myself, do you actually know football? You keep talking about the same bullshit every single time, man. Just solve the issue. Play Gomez as a right back so the balls doesn't go long. Play Robertson as a left back so the balls doesn't go long. Play Van Dijk and Konate next to each other with them four are bloody beast partnerships. Beast. That's the strength and depth at the back. But you're not even trying that. You're still giving me Bradley, who can't defend. Bradley, who keeps getting yellow cards when players get past him. Bradley, who keeps giving away throw-ins that lead to goals against Brentford. You know what I mean? This is what you're giving me. And then you got Kirkes on the other side who looks timid. And Van Dijk is always shouting at him. That's what you're giving me. Let the players develop in their own way, bro. Don't push them all at once. It's not right. You are the problem, Arne Slot. You haven't got a backbone. You're letting certain players walk all over you. What kind of coach are you, mate? Are you a pussy or what? You're starting to be a pussy, bro. Everybody is saying that about you. And I'm defending you every single time. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of, defending you, my guy. Simple thing to do. Go and do this, the defense service. Put Gomez as a right back, Van Dijk, Konate, and Robertson. And then put someone in front of them. I don't even give a shit if it's Endo. I really don't give a damn if it's Endo or someone else. Someone that can just sit in front of the defense and stop the attacks coming in. That's all we need to do. Then you got a lot of players going forward. You got 2 midfielders and 3 attackers going forward after that. Simple as that's enough. That is enough. You keep clean sheets then. But you're not even doing that. You're not even doing that. You're still playing open, expansive football so we could get attacked and get, goals scored against. Sick to death of it, man. I'm tired, guys. Like, how long can I fucking defend this shit, man? Listen to him. Look at the lip. That's what these Dutch people do, these lippy things. Van Dijk does the same shit.
We have to wait and see. He asked to be taken off, but he didn't go off. He walked off instead of needing a lot of treatment. So I have to wait and see. It's a lot of games, and in 3 days there's another one, 4 maybe, but there's another one. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Poor, man. Absolutely poor that was. I could never forgive him for that, man. That press conference, like, I can't cope with long balls. What kind of shit is... What are you getting paid for then? What are you here for? Poor, man. Oh, I'm just going to read through the messages and I'll do my starting lineup for the game. Let me bring it up for you guys. Obviously, Mehmet Dashvili is going to be the goalkeeper. Who else going to be? Alisson's not back yet. Their chances are coming from us not winning our duels. Can't win a ball 100% with body lad. That is a problem. As soon as we lose the ball, when we're doing this tiki-taki football in front of their box, we lose the ball, bam, straight away, through ball to the striker, a goal. Every game. Go and check it out. Go and check it out, guys. We can't even bloody hold on to a ball. We bought possession-based players. They can't even hold on to the freaking ball, man. What is going on? Why is it always us that have these issues with players who can't keep the ball? Why do we always have the players that panic on the ball? Why don't we ever have a Man City type of, passing ability in our team? Why can't we have that? Every time we buy players, they panic us on the ball. It's tired watching this. I'm tired of it. And now we're going to face 3 at the back tonight, guys, which we've been struggling. Go and look at the games we lost. They're all 3 at the back, majority of them. Palace, Man United, all 3 at the back. It's so poor, man. Oh, my goodness me, man. All 3 at the back. 3 at the back teams is a kryptonite for Liverpool Football Club. We invented 3 at the back with, Roy Evans back in the day. But yeah, it's a kryptonite. It's our kryptonite, man. Did Brentford play 3 at the back? Let me check. Well, almost. Can't believe Henderson was dominating that midfield, guys. That's embarrassing, man. Jordan Henderson and Harry Maguire have dominated the games that we lost. What's going on with the world, man? What is going on with the world? Can he solve it though, bro? That's my concern. I want Slot to prove me wrong. All of us, bro. I'm hoping he can. I mean, last season we was giving him credit in it for the way he reacted when we was losing games and we started winning games. I'm hoping he can solve it in that way, if you know what I mean. He can't handle a lot of new players. That's what I've noticed. Too many players playing in the first team. That's that's new. He's struggling with. Let me just put it that way. Unfortunately, I agree. He was rushing the new players in. Yeah, 100%, bro. I've been saying it all season. I've been saying it before the season started in certain channels that I'll go on when I do my obviously debates and all that stuff. We will be fine, I said, as long as the head coach slowly integrates the players into the team. But I was hearing, Florian Wirtz cost 160 million, Isak cost 130 million, and Ekitike cost 80 million. I think Kirkes 40 million and Frimpong 32 million. They should not be slowly integrated. There's a system of play that we have, guys, and that system of play has to involve players understanding it before they actually play in it, if you know what I mean. So this is the first time ever we bought players who are the best in their position, if you know what I mean. If you look at Florian Wirtz, talked about player, everybody wanted him. If you look at Isak, talked about player, everybody wanted him. Ekitike, same. Frimpong, the same. Kirkes, the same. These are players everybody wanted, and they knew the quality that they have. It's just not, it's madness, absolute madness, man. The price doesn't affect me. I don't care about the price because the players that left had to leave anyway. They had to be replaced. But unfortunately, this head coach just doesn't understand. You don't push everyone all at once. You just don't do that. Big up, buddy lad. Allison is a big miss, 100%, bro. He would have saved probably that Sade goal. He would have saved that. All the games Allison has played well were still in the games. Yeah, we were still in the games, 100%, bro. Don't think it's our defense as much, but the midfield can't win a ball. Big holes, lose passes. Buddy lad, the thing is, when you play the likes of Soboslai and Jones in that midfield, what do you actually expect? They're not battlers. They don't win balls. They are, that kind of players who are technically sound. That's all. Battling side, they're not part of that. We've seen Jones for years at Liverpool Football Club. Did you ever think to yourself he could make a slide tackle at strength players? He's the one who gets pushed every time off the ball. That's why we call him the ball hugger, because he keeps losing battles when he's hugging the ball. You know what I mean? So if you've got 2 players like that in the midfield, you're not going to really scare the opponents. So he made a big mistake playing them 2 in the Brentford game. You need a battler in there. Someone like Endo, someone like, McAllister that can, have that nasty side of the game as well. That's what I'm saying. I love winding up. I know you do, man. You do every freaking time. Wherever I go, you follow me and do the same things, bro. Don't think I haven't noticed, bro. Don't think I haven't noticed that. We don't have no one with the desire to press off the ball. Sobo is the only one who presses with no help behind him. Yes, spot on, bro. But the thing is, that's a thing from the coach. That's something the coach has to do. That's something the coach has to improve in the training ground. But he's not doing that. It's the same play every game. What happened to preseason Liverpool as well? I don't know. It was a good preseason, I thought, this season. But unfortunately, we had to wait for a lot of players to sign for Liverpool instead of like getting them all through the door at the same time. Then, you know, you'll have a long, prolonged preseason, and then you could put them into certain position and check them out. So it's another season with, you know, the lack of, you know, the players that we bought in the team playing in the whole of the preseason. Yeah, it was all wrong, man. It was all, big up to Bees and Toast, man. He sounds like a broken man. He is, bro. But this is where we come as a football, like as a Liverpool fans. He did what he did last season. What's our job as a fans? Are we just gonna let him dissolve like that, or are we gonna pick him up and tell him, you know, hey, wake up, start doing your job properly now? That's what we've got to do as a fan base, man. He done the impossible, which is winning the Premier League. We've got 2 Premier League titles in our history, man. Jurgen Klopp, Arne Slot. So he earned the respect. It's just how he delivers things the next steps are. He does sound like a broken man, unfortunately. Here you go, big up, bro. He does seem broken, saying he just don't know what to do, for fuck's sake. I know, man, it's scary, my guy. Big up, my guy. CJ, big up, my bro. Peace, Mr. JK. I wish he was on yesterday. With me and Nalanta had a good show yesterday, to be fair. This is most. So this is it. Most of these so-called lesser teams are fighting for their terms. Yet this Liverpool team are a disgrace. Yeah, listen, they're fighting for their lives, 100%. The opponents, because they've got something to play for. You know, the higher you finish in the league, the more money you get. Liverpool, we've won the Premier League, and we're acting like, you know, all we have to do is get on the pitch and we're going to win. It's 2 different things, bro. It's madness. It's absolutely madness. I don't remember, bro. Don't worry about that. It's all good. Teams praise each other whenever the block shots take, yet don't see this from our players. You're spot on. I've seen the Brentford game the other day. They were actually fighting each time we're shooting. They were actually, you know, sliding across and blocking. I remember even Seth Vandenberg, ex-Liverpool player. You never thought like he would block shots. You know what I mean? And things like that. Look at the difference with when he was at Liverpool, and look at the difference while he's in Brentford. You know what I mean? He was like blocking a lot of shots the other day to stop the goals going in. We don't do that. You're spot on. We're less of a team at that. We don't fight enough, bro. You're spot on, 100%. Pick up CJ again, please, bro. What are you saying here? Fabian says the excitement of our players used to have in the tackles and goals seem pretty much muted nowadays. Yeah, I agree. I love to do the press conference for Arnie. Lord have mercy. It looks bad, JK. Me and you are the supportive fans, bro. And when we see things like this, it really hurts. And it really, really hurts, man. Big up, Mr. Tipso, bro. I'll come to your comments in a minute. I'm just gonna go through the lineup in it and see what we can solve here. You know what I mean? So I'll put obviously Mama Dashvili. We ain't got no other goalkeeper there to play in the goal. Gomez, Kanate has to play. I don't give a fuck. Rest Van Dijk now. Rest Van Dijk. Don't give a shit anymore. Robbo, let them have the game, you know, games now. Endo, DM. Right back. It has to be Bradley, innit? Oh, you could put Jones there. Doesn't matter. So this is the team for tonight for me. Bring back Gravenberch. This is like a sample. Like it should be something in regards to the weekend game against Aston Villa. Something like we could practice something to motivate us for that game, if you know what I mean. So we could do something like that, if you know what I mean. So Rio on the left. Give Ekatike more game time as well. Give Florian Wirtz a chance in that number 10 role. So this is my team for the game. You know what I mean? Hopefully, if everybody's fit, I think Gravenberch said he's back. So if we have this and you know, take 3 steps back not like going forward. It could be something different in this game for us, man. You know, Chiesa inside forward instead of outside forward, like, you know, touchline inside. Let him, you know, roam around, go around the pitch. You know what I mean? And switch with from reverse at times. Go around here, switch with Ekitike at times. Do something like this. You know what I mean? They could do things. Have that relationship, man. Switching, you know, positions. Why don't we do things like that? So, and I want these two to be more solid. You stay in front of the defense. You push forward as much as you can, but not too far around this area here. You know what I mean? You don't. I don't need you to be a attacking midfielder. I just want you to be, you know, a player that just not doesn't go too far around that side. Go here. Go and cover the areas if it needs to be. And Bradley, overlap all the time. Get the crosses in the box. Robbo, don't go too far. Just stay in your area here. Have that little relationship with, of course, Rio. Just keep attacking defenders on the right side. Just keep attacking them, and then go on the outside, come in the inside. You know, do something else. Do something special. That's what I want to see from him. So this is my team for the game. I'm hoping. If not, listen. If not, if Gravenberch is not fully fit, I'll play McAllister instead. Give him more game time, if you know what I mean, to, you know, improve, because he has been shocking. He's been absolutely shocking this season. If you guys don't know what's happened to McAllister, it's private life as well as injuries. So it's not just about, you know, injuries. It's private life as well. He's been a naughty boy. Let me just put it that way. If you guys know the true story about him, he's been a naughty boy. So that's what it is. That's my team, guys. I hope you like it. Let me just go through the comments. Yeah, JK, it's scary, bro. Scary. Why would you put Sobos at right back, then put Gomez on and put Sobos back? Buddy lad, is the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life, my guy. The most confusing thing ever. It's disgusting. Let me just put it that way. Greetings, Mr. Tip. So, greetings, Fozzy. Arne Slot press conference alone are fodder for ridicule from fan base or other clubs. You're spot on, bro. Like when we hear him talk, it's scary now. Like I get scared because I'm one of the fans that actually goes on other channels, and when they ask me about what Arne Slot is saying, it's hard to defend him. It's beyond belief. I just can't believe what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? It's like a defeated man. How could he be that defeated as a head coach of Liverpool Football Club? I've never seen a football club that supports a manager, a head coach like we do. If this was Man City, if this was Man United, if this was Arsenal, if this was Chelsea, he would have been done for a long time ago. A long time ago. But we still defend him. One second, people. I'm just going to get the door. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the mailman is in the house. Yeah, so if this was other clubs, as I said, like he would have probably be gone a long time ago. Not Arsenal so much, but you know the other clubs I'm talking about. But you know, Liverpool gives you a chance. Liverpool always, you know, supports you through thick and thin. There's no other club like us. But yeah, he looks like a defeated man, unfortunately. It does. It's scary. Scary times ahead. We need to be defensively better, 100%, and play formation to help us defend better, 100%, bro, 100%. Agreed. For the Prime Man City foundation is based on possession and inability for other teams to take the ball off them. Oh, sorry, off them. Yeah, you're spot on, bro. That's how that's how Man City used to set up. And what I liked about Man City is when people get the ball off them, they do those tactical fouls if they can't if they can't stop them, if you know what I mean. And we don't do enough of that. We're just a nice team, you know what I mean? We're just nice. We're nice everywhere. Our head coach gives opposition in the press conference our strengths and weaknesses before the game starts. 1 second, guys. Postman in the house. Big up, guys. Big up, big up, big up. You gotta have to go and get the post in it. You have to go and get the post. Yeah, so yeah, this is how Man City used to work before, bro. They used to, like, when they lose the ball, they make sure they put themselves in a position, you know, they could regain the ball. And we haven't got that. They even do tactical fouls. They pick up yellow cards if they have to. But yeah, we don't do anything like that. Some of these signings are struggling to adapt to the Premier League. Even Thierry Henry took at least 6 to 7 games to adapt to Premier League football. There you go, bro. Mr. Tipso, you're the man. You are the man. You are the man. There you go, bro. But people don't see that. They just want to criticize our players left, right, and center, unfortunately. Big up, Lee Whiskey. I could see you there, bro. Big up, my guy. Big up. Big up, my guy. I could see you there. Mr. Tipso, you're spot on, bro. Even Thierry had to adapt. I honestly don't see how Gahey resolves our problems anyway. The main issue is our weak midfield. Our back four is being continuously exposed. I think Gahey would play a big part because you could actually revert to different formations. Sometimes you could play a 3 at the back if things are not going right and make it more, you know, harder for the opponents during the game, if you know what I mean. Say like we're leading by 2-1, Gahey, Konate, and Van Dijk as our, you know, centre backs, we could see the games out. Something like that, bro. That's what you need. And not only that, competition for places, you know, makes other players play better, if you know what I mean. They don't want to lose their, you know, position in the team. But the thing is, this season, I think this could have been the advantage for Arne Slot to use that because it's the World Cup year. No player wants to be at the team. So he made a mistake. He made a mistake in that one, in my opinion. Liverpool should sign Van der Ven to replace Virgil. Van der Ven is an injury-prone player, Callum. You know what I mean? So he's not a Virgil. You need Virgil to be replaced with a guy who hardly gets injured. And Van der Ven is going to be injury-prone. He's going to be like Aga, unfortunately, bro. VDV, 24 years old and Liverpool fan, and should the Everton fans at the weekend when he scored. Wow. Don't know much about that, but yeah, it's like a sandwich. You get your 2 pieces of bread, the defense and the attack, but the butter, jam or piece of cheese in the middle, the midfield makes all the difference. Yeah, JK, you see our midfield at the moment, bro. We're too far open. It's scary watching us, and it doesn't look like we're going to improve anytime soon. But as I said, I gave you a formation. I know Endo is not, you know, a player everybody wants, but just do something to stop the goals in the first 5 minutes. The head coach just talked about it in his press conference that he's sick of conceding goals in the first 5 minutes, which we do. Didn't know he's a LFC fan. Oh, okay. I didn't know either. I don't know who it is, but it is what it is. Yeah. Spurs can't handle on to him, so it can't hang on to him, you meant to say, yeah, for much longer. Okay. I need to check him out. Bro. I need to check him out. Let me just go to the comments that I haven't read. At Fozzy, enough. He's walked off. Okay. Pick up, lads. Let me just go for the comments. Leone Gahey, Van Dijk, so VDV, Lukeba, as a 4 centre back options would be good. I don't know who that player is, but we will check him out eventually. Shame about Leone. He's this injury not good at all. It wasn't, bro. It's like a ACL, bro. ACL is a serious injury. You know what I mean? And some players like Van Dijk can recover quickly. Some players can't. You know what I mean? Some players still have issues because of ACLs. It's gonna be a rough night tonight. His Palace will box in and counter 100%, bro. 100%. No doubt about that. No doubt. It's Arnie at the door telling Fozzie he's had enough. It's not. It's not. It's the postman, man. It's the postman. It's the postman. Van der Ven, not for me, bro. He's injury prone. He's injury prone. I'm telling you. Just listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Are you ready?
There you go. Guys, that's my team for tonight. I will be back doing the watch along because what they told me is when I do the watch along, Liverpool win. So I have to be that good luck charm. Yeah, now I'm saying, babe. Oh, yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe if you're new on the road to 3,000 and join me later on for the watch along. It's very interesting. My watch alongs are the most exciting watch alongs on YouTube, but I haven't been exposed out to the world yet. But one day, we will rule this place together. All right, my brothers and sisters. Take care, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the comments and everything else. See you soon, mate.
Are you ready?
D Generation X. That's my generation. Take care.